This is the video review of a victim and a survivor. This is Universe 2.0 Supreme Class Onslaught. In my younger mad scientist days, I, Mr. Fanwick, decided to do a very highly experimental ball joint neck mod on this figure, to disastrous results. His neck is super loose, a bit too high so it scratches on his front when he transforms, and completely incurable. I have learned from my ways, and I have learned to love Onslaught still. But there's a part of him, a part of his original spirit that has just been lost. Know that this review, for the most part, reflects the glory that was Onslaught. But the neck is where I failed him. Well, anyway, that was a bit of a downer. Let's transform this guy. Well, before that, let's talk about the vehicle mode. Rolls real nice, because I ripped out most of the electronics. The turret can turn around. He has these things that go up and down. He has great paint applications. I love the way this thing looks. Normally you can press this and go, whoop, bah, whoop, bah. But again, ripped out the electronics. And yeah, very nice alt mode. You can kind of see the arms, but overall and the head, but overall very nice. Can't tell much. To transform it, pull out these, fold these in. Pull out these, pull these in. Pull this up, fold this up. And yeah, push that up. And then you will pull this out of here and start rotating his leg back. Same on the other side. Fold these cages out, the wheels in, plug the cages back in, fold this forward, and fold flat. And that's one leg. Same on the other side for the other leg. And now we're starting to get Onslaught. Pretty big guy, isn't he? Pull his arms out here, and his arms down here. And then fold this down and over and plug it into his belly. Fold out his hands. Fold this back between his cannons, helps keep it a little bit more stable. And fold these up. And here is Onslaught. Pretty big. Probably won't be able to keep them all on camera very well. Now, I was talking about with the ball joint mod, his head is super loose. It can hold in some positions, kind of, but ultimately I wish I hadn't done the mod. Not because the mod isn't feasible, but because it just didn't work very well. And the ball I put in there doesn't accept super glue very well, so I can't really tighten it either. And because I was foolish enough to pour super glue into there and then attempt to tighten it, the head's fused together. There's no way I'm going to be able to get it apart without severely damaging it. So, neck aside, still a great figure. Although I do want to mention, on the normal figure, he is sort of looking down like that. And he can only look side to side at an angle like this. So, there are some problems with the figure's neck anyway, and it is nice that he can look straight forward now. But still, I wish I hadn't done the neck mod, especially with the advent of some of the head robot things that have come out recently, because I cannot use any of those with my figure now. I wish I just left him in stock. But I couldn't have known when I did this, because it was... wow, it was a long time ago when I did that mod. Well, anyway, here's the figure. He looks very, very nice. I love the way he looks. He has a great aesthetic. Really evokes Onslaught without being the same vehicle or the same basic design that he was in G1. And I like that because his SWAT vehicle is a lot bulkier and I think makes a bigger toy than the missile truck did in G1. Not that that was a bad toy, it's just there's only so much you can do with a cab in the front and something super long behind without copying Prime. And yeah, very nice. For articulation, get arms rotating up, forward and back, out to the side, rotates in at the elbow and above the elbow. He has a swiveling wrist, and this can kind of go in when the wrist is rotated this way, giving him curling iron arms. Although, his arms do look better like this, and it's like... So, his arms do have some problems, but for the most part they're fine. Legs go forward, back, out, rotate above the knee, and quite a bit of a knee joint. However, he does not have quite enough heels, so it's hard to get him into exactly the pose he stands. But he falls back a lot pretty easily if you're not careful. And that's why the head mod is needed to give him a ball-jointed head, or with some of the head robot things, which is just not to plug him in all the way. And it's because a lot of the time, the pose that is stable has him looking down at his feet. And that's on the stock version, so I wish I had done a better job, but I do think this guy does need some kind of head modification to work right. And that's really the only complaint I have about this guy, because if he can look straight, then he needs to bend forward a little bit for his poses isn't that much of a problem. But stock, still a great figure, lots of fun to play with, but it has problems. As far as weapons, he has this. And that's it. You can use these, but then you're doing the RID ruination thing where he's getting onto his hands and knees to fire. And that was just hilarious to see in the show. So, yeah, kind of underarmed for Onslaught, but at this point there are plenty of third-party weapons packs that are made for this guy that look pretty nice. Do I recommend him? Yeah. Will he be expensive now? Oh yeah, it's several years after he's been released, and there are a lot of third-party things out for him now. So if you're willing to drop the dough on him, yeah, he's worth it. But I wouldn't pay more than $50 max with the intention to buy some of the some of the third-party things, because he really isn't worth that more than $30, and $50 is knowing that he's going to have at least a $10 markup on the aftermarket, and $10 more just because some of the third-party stuff is pretty cool. But he's not worth much more than that. And those are my thoughts. Thank you for watching.